Hi, and welcome back to Heart 44. I'm Cindy Aldrich. Today I want to talk to you about laughter and humor. Have you ever heard the saying that laughter is the best medicine? I know I've heard it, and you know what? Research has found it to be true. Research has found that negative emotions and stress can lead to physical illness. On the flip side, if we have positive attitudes, positive emotions, that can help boost our immune system. Physicians have actually found a correlation between laughter and how it helps regulate blood pressure, it aids in digestion, it can help with pain management, it boosts our mood, and it can help with cardiovascular disease. Researchers, they state that laughter really can help the physical body. Norman Cousins was a professor, a journalist, and a writer who had a debilitating disease and had been in the hospital and was unable to be cured. He decided to leave the hospital and he went home and he locked himself in his home for a month and he surrounded himself with humor and laughter. He watched only comedies on TV. He watched movies that involved comedy. He read journals or magazines or anything that related to comedy. And about a month later, he went back to his doctor and they found that he actually had some healing. They couldn't believe it. And researchers said, wow, we need to study this. And so what they found was that there's a correlation between the brain, emotions, and the immune system. And they coined the term psychoneuroimmunology, or PNI for short. And that is really cool. So what can you do to help bring laughter to your life? First of all, think about what you do during your day. Are you home at all, or do you turn the TV on for company and it's just playing in the background all the time? You may not be paying attention to what's playing, but if it's news for like 2 or 3 hours, that negative information that's bombarding your brain is actually infiltrating your brain and it's getting into your immune system. It's getting into your body on a cellular level. If we're always watching violent shows, which are so graphic nowadays, that's affecting you. Being around negative people all the time, if you can't help switch it to a positive, you're going to hear that all the time and that's going to bother you. So instead of leaving the TV on all the time, how about turning on the radio? And maybe you might find yourself moving around a little bit and you'll get some physical exercise with that. But put on some happy, joyful music or just plain old soothing music. That'll help too. Try, as I said, to surround yourself with some happier people or happier times. Try to flip things and just pay attention to that which is going on. Now, I work with kids in the school that are depressed, anxious, and stressed all the time. And they come into my office and I have a foolproof way to help them with this. And I get them to flip maybe some of that anxiety into humor. And I can tell you it works 100% of the time. They may not believe me at first, but they do before they leave. And what is it? Let me show you. I use bubble wrap. And this is great stuff to keep. But I will give them a piece, and I take a piece, and I say, okay, start popping. They look at me like I'm crazy. They're like, Mrs. Aldrich, really? But you know what? When they start doing it, they like it. And these are really little bubbles. Sometimes they're bigger bubbles that you can use. But they continue to pop it. And if they're having a hard time popping the small bubbles, I say, take your piece, and I put my piece, we put them on the floor. And when you stand on them and rock in a certain way or do the twist, it makes great music. And you know what? They start laughing. And at first they may be laughing at me, or they think they are, but as long as I'm laughing, they're laughing with me. And we have a ball. And sometimes we laugh so hard we just get into tears. There are other times that I'll have kids come in and they are really stressed and they grab this bubble wrap and they twist it and they twist it and it makes great noise. Now, the twisting helps get rid of a little stress. The sound is pretty cool. They may not laugh, but I do get smiles out of them. So if you receive any bubble wrap and some packing that you get, save it. Cut it up into little pieces and use it. It's really great. So I thank you for coming to Heart 44. I hope you've learned a little bit about laughter or bringing a smile to your face. And if nothing else, keep on popping. Thanks for coming.